Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Summit 2 Chinese Qualifiers Day 2 Speed Gaming Nantong, or Speed Gaming versus LV Gaming here in a best-of-1 series. One game could decide a lot as we jump into the draft. Again, my name is Mott. Hope you guys enjoyed that first game. Quite a close series, or close game between LGD CDEC and Tong Fu Wan Show. Pretty good stuff. Obviously, right now, these teams trying to vie for the top spot here in this round robin. First place in of course, the round robin stage will move on to the online portion for the Chinese side. The rest of the four will move into a, I think, single Olim bracket with all games being best of threes. So a lot at stake for some of these teams. Speed Gaming now sitting at 1-2, LV at 2-1. LV can secure a spot really in the top spot with a win here. Now, this isn't the last game of the night. There will be DK versus Tong Fu Wan Show coming out next. So, if LV Gaming win and DK win, I believe we have tiebreakers, theoretically. I'm not sure. There's a lot to talk about still, but we'll talk about that during the next game when things look a little bit more understandable. So, again, it's a pleasure to be joining you guys. My name is Mott, and it is currently 6:30 in the AM here on the East Coast of the United States, right around upstate New York on October the 7th. So a bit late or early. I say late because I've yet to sleep, but that's okay. A common occurrence for a Dota caster. So, for the drafts, I gotta say, I haven't seen too much of Speed Gaming, so I don't know the names necessarily, unfortunately. I will apologize for that. For LV Gaming, this is a team I've casted before. And a team I think is pretty impressive. I feel like they underperform a bit, especially with the heroes or the players they have on their team, but that's to be expected with the new team. And you have a lot of decent players coming from, former CIS and former LGD. You have Lin, Inflame obviously from CIS, Lin from LGD, Demons from CIS, DDC obviously from LGD. So, and ZYF, fantastic player as well. He's played a really, really solid couple of games that I've seen anyway.
5 seconds remaining.
Looking to really just be able to control their own destiny, it feels like, with a win here.
Time.
We'll see how things turn out. For right now, the draft underway. Death Prophet, not something you really want to give away, but it is going to go to Speed Gaming. Nature's Prophet, Shadow Demon, the IO. Scarith, Puck, IO. LV Gaming have a plan here. And Speed Gaming, they might give away a Tiny. I don't think they pick it up here. It could theoretically fit into the safe lane, but then you're forcing a hero that maybe doesn't work in your lineup into your roster. And I don't know if this is the best bet. Speed Gaming now have to find a way to deal with the IO and the pressure coming out from the relocate. But there is one thing that I do like, or a couple things I do like about Speed Gaming against the IO. Relocate gank can be absolutely obliterated by a well-timed disruption, or a Yule Scepter, or the fact that Death Prophet is just the speediest hero on the face of the planet, which seems almost unfair to a certain extent. Mirana is going to be picked up from Speed Gaming, so no, they aren't going to go for the Tiny. They're going to say, listen, we have an idea of what we want to do, and that is going to be early roaming with Shadow Demon Mirana. The tried and true combo. It used to be Bane Mirana, but then people were like, well, you could just do the same thing with Shadow Demon, it's also a lot better. And so they just started doing that instead. So Speed Gaming, they go for that. They pick it up. Good stuff. All right. Sven. There it is. It's not going to be Tiny. It's going to be Sven. We've seen this hero picked a lot more recently, especially by the Western teams, more so than anything else. Sven and Io together are ridiculous. Sven obviously is just... He's so damn tanky. He's going to make you swole. He's here to pump you up, to say the least.
10 seconds remaining.
And for Sven, I mean, so durable. Warcry is also amazing against Death Prophet, and I think this is why LV Gaming picked it up. And with an IO as well, it's actually just beautiful. IO Scarith Mage together as a dual support combo, definitely not the best for roaming, but they're certainly good for getting kills later on in the game, relocating as well. So, one more band to go now from LV Gaming. Now, after this game, the last game, or one of the theoretically the last game of the night, is going to be DK versus Tong Fu Wan Show. So depending on the outcome of these next two games, we may or may not have tiebreakers. I'm not sure if there's head-to-head in these qualifiers, and best of ones I don't think there are. So there might just be tiebreakers for a period of time. And then I think it's either 1 or 2 rounds of tiebreakers and then time rating after that. I think it might just be 1 round of tiebreakers. I'll talk to the admins about it after we get done with this game. But we had very little time after that first game. We jumped right into the second game here. Not that I'm complaining. I love the quick turnaround time.
10 seconds remaining.
And just the adminning is so efficient. Obviously, these guys know what they're doing. They've done this before. Speed Gaming will pick up the Invoker. Shadow Demon Mirana Invoker combo, pretty disgusting to deal with. Sunstrike if you're going Quas Exhort, which you're more than likely going. And he'll probably be a safe lane Invoker. I don't see this Death Prophet going safe lane, but it certainly could happen. You send the Nature's Prophet to the off lane, and you're good to go. And usually you'll have Nature's Prophet kind of alone on an island, proverbially, down there, because he'll just be solo and you won't get that much help. But I think in this lane, you could roam the Mirana and Shadow Demon down and get a couple of kills if you really wanted to. I don't think that'll happen, but it certainly could happen. And LV Gaming do have 1 minute left in reserve time. They have 2 supports, 2 cores. It's time to pick up their offlaner here, unless they send the puck into the offlane and they want to send somebody else mid. The problem is going up against a Death Prophet. It's very tricky. There's not many heroes that do that well against her in the mid lane, but there are a couple. Viper could have been an okay choice, although still he does get harassed pretty effectively, just by Cryptstorm alone and the right click. But that's banned out, and I don't know, against a Death Prophet, not the easiest matchup. But if it's a puck, you can phase shift the Cryptstorm. Level 1 is very difficult to do so with the phase shift, but certainly plausible. So we'll see. 20 seconds left of reserve time now coming up from LV Gaming. What do you do? What do you go for here? They're making that decision right now, and
10 seconds
they're getting down to the wire. The offlaner, let's see, Centaur's not available, Void's not available, Tide's not available, Batrider's not available. Clockwork? Question mark? No, the Elder Titan. The Elder Titan, this hero, man. We don't see it too much. It's been picked a couple of times here and there. But I'm surprised they go for this. They pick it up, armor reduction, magic's resistance reduction. It's beautiful. So the problem is he can get abused pretty heavily, especially by Arrow and Disruption combo, especially by the Invoker once he gets a couple of levels. This is my issue with this lineup.
Prepare for battle.
So we'll have to see how things play out now. You see Len, he's going to be heading to the top lane, so it is going to be the offlane Elder Titan. No surprise there. And they will give him a ward, and they'll give him boots first as well. So, good stuff. Well, Speed Gaming, they're going to head bottom. Some early 4-man aggression coming up from them. And they might run right into LV. See DDC, Demons, ZYF, they're all right in the same vicinity here. And they're going pretty aggressive. They might get caught out of position here. Melody Lovers running through, looking for disruption. He might find it. No, DDC backs off just in time. Nice play coming out.
To battle.
Again, this is a big game for LV. If they can take this victory, they'll be up at the top. Speed Gaming, they're trying to avoid going down 1 and 3 in the qualifiers here. They don't want to get off to that rough start. They want to be involved and they want to be close. We could have some ridiculous, I don't know, like 4-way tie potentially, depending on how the next couple of games pan out. So that's just something to keep in mind.
The battle
could be a lot of tiebreaker 1v1s coming up soon. However, as it stands now, this game is underway. Elder Titan headed to the top lane, the off lane here for him, and Flem sitting mid right now. And he'll have the Illusory Orb early on, not even getting the phase shift, just wants the Illusory Orb. Gets the Null Talisman, some GG branches, and Pool Tangos as well. So no early bottle coming up from Puck, but he wants to secure a laning advantage in the mid lane here. So we'll have to see how the Death Prophet plays up against him. He goes for Null Talisman and 2 Tangos as well. And it's going to be try versus try. This could be a big clash coming in. Not the easiest lane. ZYF, once he gets Warcry, very tanky, very difficult to deal with. The right click coming out into DDC. They really have to be very, very observant of this disruption. And I don't see any Radiant Observer Ward nearby. They have this one in the jungle just to make sure they're not roaming around and going mid and getting kills there, which I like a lot. But They do have to be careful. They won't have vision over here for DDC. They know that he is roaming over now. They're rotating NT over here, Melody Lovers rather, to get to this. He's gonna wrap back around and head back with his team. So Arcane Bolt, and I like the fact that they went aggressive here because Demons on an IO in the tri lane, that's not a hero that necessarily thrives in an aggro try or against an aggro try rather. So if they can put pressure on them and make it so that they can't get those free levels, they can't get the free farm on ZYF, then they'll certainly be in a good position. There still is a lot of burst coming up from ZYF and DDC, but still, once you get like level 3 here on the Invoker, you can certainly pick up kills with Sunstrike. However, another issue to talk about is that you're not getting levels on this Invoker. There's no camp to pull to, you're not on the Radiant offlane, you're in the Dire offlane. So a bit of a bold decision. However, they leave a solo matchup versus a solo matchup, and I think up at the top lane, the Nature's Prophet should be okay here up against Lyn. Lyn is getting harassed down, as you can see. Bottom lane, I'm keeping my mouse hovered over this area just to see if there's any action going on. Meanwhile, mid lane, a lot of trading going on. Inflame versus MZR. He's taking some harass. Melody Lovers picks up a bouncy rune. Elder Titan picked up the DD. Tether coming in. Spirit's not there yet. You can't pull because it's warded. I believe this blocks the camp coming out from the Dire side. So smart play there. So, okay. On the Dire side, hey, we're not getting levels because we have no camp to pull to, and we're in the Dire offlane. On the Radiant side, hey, we're not getting levels. We can't roam, we can't get kills, because if we do, we're going to leave ZYF alone, and we can't pull because our camp's gone. Meanwhile, some more harass, but the top CSer is going to be the Nature's Prophet in this top lane, and that's a bit unsurprising. I'd say that that's pretty standard. This is a pretty favorable matchup up until Lyn gets a couple more levels than Astral, and especially a couple more levels than Natural Order. Mid lane matchup, Inflame sitting at 8 last hits, MZR sitting at 8 last hits now. So Inflame is taking a lot of harass, and he's not bottle crowing, is he? Yeah, he just doesn't have it yet. And this is the problem with going for that greedy build. No bottle, he can't regen up. He's sitting at 165 HP. This is a bit of an issue. So he has to play very cautiously now as MZR, I think he's bottle crowing currently. Yeah, he is. So I mean, that bottle will get back to him, and he can start spamming that Crypt Swarm now if he wants to. And if Inflame takes one Crypt Swarm, if it gets level 3, he dies. So Inflame has to be very cautious here. Yeah, I mean, one Crypt Swarm, and he's actually just going to die if he skills it up now. Phase shift, Crypt Swarm, not enough damage, so close though. Inflame about to go down. Disruption, meanwhile, arrows getting blocked by ZYF. There's the overcharged Sunstrike as well, taking a lot of damage. Stormhammer on to 3. Oh, that's enticing to go for, but Demons decides against it. But here's the TP, and they want ZYF. Warcry is ridiculous. They want the Nature's Prophet. I don't think they can get the kill. He feeds away the first blood. DDC, what do you do when you ran in? I know you want the kill, man, but it's not worth it. What could have been a good and okay escape from LV turns out pretty poorly. However, they're looking for an initiation. At least it looked like it from ZY. If they couldn't find it. Oh, man. DDC feeds away a kill. That should not have happened. Although it is only the first blood, it is only the beginning of the game. There's still a long way for LV here. They do have the Tether relocate combo. Stormhammer coming in. They're looking for the Invoker. Ancient Seal, Arcane Bolt. Nice disruption. They're backing off. They really want this kill. They're going to find it. Sunstrike does get off. It does hit ZYF. Getting brought down. He does Quelling Blade and eat through the tree. Now he does fall. Meanwhile, you can see the Marauder taking some damage. Right click up from the high ground. Demons. There's the concussive shot. They're getting chased back. Great rotations again from this Nature's Prophet, making sure that they at least get a return kill in the process. And he'll TP back up to the top lane immediately afterwards. So he misses out on some farm, but he's still ahead of the Elder Titan anyways. Although Lyn gets a bit more experience, maybe. But it's still very even. But the damage. Look at the damage coming out. The phase boots early. I love this choice coming out from Nature's Prophet. He has one Null Talisman as well. If he can get some more, he's really going to pump out the damage. The Null Talisman build is real, ladies and gentlemen. Let me tell you. We're not seeing that rat coming out from Nature's Prophet as much anymore. It's all about the team fight and being involved early. The rat has become the man. He's grown up. He's at his bar mitzvah. Well, Inflame grabs the kill on the Death Prophet. Nice phase shift away from that Nature's Wrath. Sunstrike going through. Lin jukes it nicely, and now he can head back home with whatever way he wants to go. And he actually just wants the 6-minute rune. He'll pop up the invis. It looks like, no, they're going to give it to Inflame. So he'll be able to pop that up. And he is finally getting boots now. So pretty, I'd say, slow start for Inflame. 19 last hits. And a lot of that has to do with, again, not having that much money at the beginning of the game. Pretty much little to no money at all. So.
Denied.
Oh boy. Anyways, down bottom.
Yes.
Stormhammer onto 2. Does he have cleave yet? No, but still doing plenty of right-click damage. However, the IO does fall. The Invoker getting chased down. He'll take a spill as well. Skywrath Mage, this is not the trade LV we're looking for. Meanwhile, Astral does come through. There's the Stormhammer. SPG taking a lot of damage. One hit. The Staple Gun coming out from Lin. They bring one down. Looking for another. They'll back away.
Rogue's thanks be with you.
Well, 32 last hits now coming out from the Nature's Prophet. He'll head back up to the top. Or into his own well, rather. He'll regen up as well. DDC. Yep. He continues to farm away in the top lane, but he's actually just looking for solo experience. He's looking to get to level 6 and get his Mystic Flare up as quickly as possible. Inflame now in the mid lane. He's continuing to farm up. Top lane. TPN on the backside. They're looking for DDC. Sprout should be there. They actually missed the arrow. Sprout comes through, eats his way out, but he actually couldn't get through this tree right here. Oh, the tree cock blocked him. How unfortunate. He goes down, feeds away another kill. That'll be to the Nature's Prophet. 3 Null Talismans on board here for the Furion. Will he pick up another one? Place your bets now, ladies and gentlemen. What's the over-under on that? Percentage chance that he builds another Null Talisman.
Radiant's top tower
Say
is under
70%.
attack.
He can go into his Blade Mail now if he wants to, but why not get another Null? Smoke up from both the Shadow Demon and the Mirana. They're looking to roam on. Maybe Inflame. Disruption into Arrow. Arrow just narrowly missing on Inflame. Now he phase shifts. Jaunts up to the high ground as well. Smart play. Close Arrow. I'm surprised they didn't go with Disruption first, but he did avoid it nonetheless. Inflame now still in the mid lane, farming up. 600 gold. He's nowhere near his Blink Dagger, and I don't think he'll get it anytime soon. Death Prophet, level 1 Exorcism, level 8 now. This is when you can start getting involved, but you probably want to get to that level 2 first and foremost. And Speed Gaming, I feel like they have a bit of a lead here. 1,000, in fact. Not that much for a net worth lead, but they're still doing some work here. Meanwhile,
Dire's bottom tower is
level
under
6 for
attack.
ZYF, but what about the IO? He's level 4. They desperately need him to get level 6. He's not too far away, though. That's the thing. With this camp, maybe he gets up to level 5, and then level 6 if he can get the chain pull going. Looks like he will just use his spirits real quick to make sure this camp falls. And he can chain pull. Alright, at least just get the camp. And he will pick it up. Level 5, yes, just gets there. So now he's got to leech level 6 or find solo experience elsewhere. Inflame Waning Rift now in the mid lane. Just trying to push this in. Death Prophet here. Phase looks like it is going to be the drum first. Usually you'll see maybe a Yule go beforehand, but this makes more sense. Here we go in the mid lane. Shadow Demon as well as the Mirana coming out. No back away. Smoke of Deceit again. They kind of wander there. And we're like, well, guess we can't kill anybody. Alright, back up to the top lane, Mirana. Shadow Demon unfortunately can't get involved in a kill. Elder Titan TP's away. He realizes that they are rotating over for him. He has a Soul Ring now. I think he'll probably be the one to build a mech this game. I don't see demons getting the farm. Meanwhile, Dreamclaw on the bottom lane. You do see Nature's Prophet getting owned up. Waning Rift will grab the kill. Elder Titan actually getting a Storm Bolt on the backside. MZR, he does have the Exorcism, not popping it just yet. The right click, look at the damage coming out from Io and the rest of the squad. Arrow disconnect on Lin. They shouldn't chase this down, though. Big turnaround fight for LV, and they dive forward the tower. They grab the kill on the Shadow Demon. Stormhammer does get disjointed. And now they're going to focus on getting this tier 1. Warcry gets popped. Extra armor for your creeps to stay alive and take the tower. Beautifully done. And now this is LV putting the pressure on, and all of a sudden I believe they probably get back in it. Look at that gold swing coming out. Almost a 2,000 gold swing going the way of LV Gaming.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
7 magic. He's setting up to the top rune spot. He's going to find the Invis rune. The Invoker continuing to farm top here. With he's going for Midas, unsurprisingly, but it's going to be a bit late. Phase, Gloves of Haste, and a lot of that has to do with him being in the bottom lane. He wasn't getting necessarily free farm, you know. But rotating up top, he'll have more room to work with. Mask of Madness is now done for the Sven. So Sven is he's pretty manly right now, but he still is pretty susceptible to getting ganked here, especially with this Mask of Madness on during a team fight. I think also it's maybe a BKB game for ZYF at some point in the near future. But meanwhile, mid lane in Flame, Cryptstorm goes through. He actually jaunts through to the mid lane, closer to the tier 2 or tier 1 tower of the Dire side. Arrow might sail through, might be loose. It's on cooldown for 6. TP and phase shift coming through. Waning Rift, no, excuse me, the sound's coming up from the Death Proc. That's enough for them to get the kill with the right click coming out from the Mirana. So a bit too aggressive coming out from the Puck. Throwing his Illusory Orb in maybe the opposite direction would have saved his life, but, you know.
Radiant's middle tower is under
Who knows,
attack.
really? They're trying to pressure the top lane.
Top
They throw up the Astral Spirit just to make sure there's nobody in the jungle hiding away. Exorcism's going to go on the mid lane. Back and forth we go. If they can get this tower, that'll be a huge lead. Bottom lane, they get the kill. Io will be grabbing it on the Nature's Prophet there. Io should be 6 now, by the way. He actually is 7. I think that was the first relocate gank. Maybe I'm wrong. Meanwhile, tower should fall here. Cold Snap's going to go through the disruption as well. Mirana picks up the tower on the backside. Relocate in onto the mid lane. They're looking for not 1, but 2. They're going to find the Invoker. They get 3 altogether as they got the Nature's Prophet down bottom not too long ago. They send the IO back home. DDC chasing after MZR. He just used his concussive shot as well. Dream Coil coming in. He's trying to TP out. No, you're done. You got melted by that Mystic Flare.
Dire's structures are fortified.
The magic spears just fall right on top of him. ZYF getting caught out. Soul Catcher going, taking a lot of damage. Warcry, he's pretty tanky now. I don't know if they can get this kill. They might flip the Mirana before she can get it. Arcane Bolt, she wants the one last right click. She can't get it done. Sunstrike, don't know where that was, but it was off the mark. Ownage now coming out from LV Gaming. They are tearing SPG asunder in what was a really close game early on, but all of a sudden they have come out swinging now. They get about 700, 1,000 gold change when it's all said and done. There's the God Strength from ZYF. They really want this tier 1 tower. They're going to find it as well. Up to 3,000 gold. Experience-wise, they're up to 5,000.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Sven is angry, man. God Strength and Mask of Madness. He knows how to roar. That's really all he can say. 71 last hits for him. Top of the net worth. Only behind the Puck currently, who does have that Blink Dagger. So as rough to a start as Inflame got off to, he's fine. Blink Dagger, maybe get Phase. He's got 1,700 gold. He's saving for something. Phase Drum or Phase Treads, whichever one. He could buy those if he really wanted to. But he's saving up a lot of money, so I have to imagine that's not the case. I've seen the weirdest thing where Pucks recently have just been getting their Blink Dagger and then buying like a Midas or something. Or getting like your core item and then buying a Midas. Which I don't mind, actually. Especially with this meta. You want to have an okay laning phase, and that'll certainly do it for you. And then afterwards, you could just buy a Midas and just say, hey, we can transition into the late game if we need to. Usually you do that when you're ahead by a pretty wide margin, but he would have bought up the recipe already, I believe. So I'm sure he's hitting for something else a bit more important. Maybe an ultimate orb.
Radiant's bottom tower is
LV pressuring the top lane with Inflame down bottom. The Earth Splitter came out from Lin, just trying to clear out the rest of SPG's squad. Speed Gaming will back away. Midas is now done finally at 15 minutes for the Invoker. It took him long enough, but that's not the worst timing I've seen. So he might start getting involved here in 5 minutes or so. Excuse me. ZYF and Demons. They got relocate. And now this is the problem for Speed Gaming. It almost feels like they're forced to 5-man because you have to deal with a relocate gank. And you could just die to that. But more so than anything, I think Relocate's used for getting into team fights. Mask of Madness is going to come out. Glyph pops right before they take the last tier 1 tower. And this top lane will go. They're going to relocate. It looks like they are going to go in the mid lane. Fight's already breaking out. They're going to blow up. No, Disruption comes out, saves his life. But Mirana will fall. They do tear down that Shadow Demon. Now they're chasing after MZR. Warcry is going to go. And look at the damage coming out. It is still a decent amount, but that's level 2. That should be blowing ZYF up with the Mask of Madness popped in. In fact, it is. He's actually got to avoid all that damage. TP coming in from 7 Magic. He's here to help out as well. But Stormhammer, that is a nice Blade Mill coming in. ZYF doesn't mind, though. Illusory Orb coming through. He can jaunt further and will. Blank Blading Rift, nicely done. They get 4 kills on the back end of that fight. Beautiful. And LV Gaming.
Dire's bottom tower
again, after a rough early game, they are putting on the pressure. Pedal to the metal, as the cliche goes. Oh, God. They get another kill. This is before Mirana. Her death animation is funny. You fall over. Kind of sad. That poor cat, man. The poor cat.
Is under attack.
17 minutes in. And I'm really questioning the Invoker pick now. And not necessarily he fits in this lineup absolutely well, but you just have to know that they're going to gank him early and often, and not necessarily just focus him down, but he's being a part of team fights when he really shouldn't be. I mean, you have level 1 Forge Spirits still. And by level 1, I mean you only have one of the Forge Spirits rather than the double Forge Spirit that you see. He has a Midas, he has Phase Boots. What is he contributing to fights? Not much. They're catching him out of position, they're killing him. Now there's already a BKB done at 17 minutes for this Sven. BKB Mask of Madness. And I don't know if you can kill him anymore. I just don't think you can. The problem is, though, is the Exorcism. That's the only thing that'll be able to bring him down, I think. Everything else is just... And the levels 2 on the supports I have to mention. Still, the Shadow Demon is not level 6. You gotta find levels, buddy. Get some arrow combos going. They just can't find it. They're the ones getting engaged on. They're not the ones engaging onto LV Gaming. That's part of the issue. And that'll happen when you have Relocate. Relocate just makes it so that anytime you do initiate onto LV Gaming, they can just jump back in. And they can kill your entire team. That's just it. They can literally just kill all of you. Inflame, Phase Shift, very low. Crypt Swarm relocated. They want to bring down MZR. They're going to find that poor Nature's Prophet. Just said, please, listen. I was only there for the kill.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
They will grab him. And maybe the tier 2 tower bottom. Do they leave ZYF here? No, they brought him back up to the top lane. Not much gain for that. ZYF is cleaving away the creep wave. Boom shakalaka, boom shakalaka. Rotations down bottom, MZR, Melody Lovers, and, well, the Mirana.
Dire's top tower.
They're looking for the tier 1 tower, but
Dire's structures are fortified.
God's Strength popped. Mask of Madness as well. Sven is going to town. ZYF is going to take this tower. IO Tether and the Overcharge is ready to go as well. Relocate not up for another 36 seconds, so they can't head bottom and try to defend. But a worthy trade. Tier 2 for a Tier 1 plus Exorcism. They'll take that any day of the week. Now you really can't take this Tier 2 tower fight because Exorcism is down. Warcry gets popped. No God Strength for 50 seconds, but at that point, that's better than not having Exorcism. Astral coming through. They'll bring the creep wave back. Overcharge goes again. Sven is starting to hit pretty hard. And if he gets an Assault Cuirass, all of a sudden, this game becomes that much harder for Speed Gaming, where, again, you have nothing on your Invoker, but the choice actually is Sven getting a Blink Dagger, and I like that a bit more. No more of this Death Prophet getting away. She does have a Yule Scepter, however, which is going to help out a lot more. So they pretty much mitigate each other in terms of the item choices. And she's just Crypt Swarming down this mid lane. I think they're waiting for God's Strength to be back up, and that's up in 10 seconds, so with that, they can maybe go for the tower. They can even think about Roshan. They have this map control. If they had the jungle warded, or if they had the, close to this tier 2 tower warded, they could absolutely take Roche. What they really want, this is the high value ward spot right here. Up here on the high ground. And that's what you want to see. They might just head in there anyways. Sunstrike goes, and it's in the Roche pit, so Maybe this would be obviously the best opportune time for them to go in there. But they're going to head bottom instead, and they're going to go for the tier 2 tower bottom first and foremost. Dagon? Question mark? Come on, you know you want to.
Dire's
Probably
bottom
not,
tower
but
is under attack.
Blade Mail up for 7 magic now, so the build has been completed. 4 staff now coming out for the Invoker. God Strength pop for ZYF.
Shadow, take us.
And the Warcry back.
Dire's bottom
Tier 2 tower
has
easily
fallen.
taken. DDC somehow gets the last hit. Interesting. And ZYF will continue just to farm the enemy ancients, so
Radiant's middle tower
they're kicking
is
them while they're
under attack.
down. Not only do they get the tier 2 tower, but they get the ancients as well. Fight might break out here, though. Silence coming in. There's the Yule Scepter. Arrow doesn't connect because of it. They might have to fight here. BKB. God's Strength. It is going to get popped. No, not yet. On cooldown. They took it with the tower. Melody Lover's getting chased down. Inflame does get the kill on Mirana the backside, but he's in trouble. He gets blown up by the unfortunate exorcism. But 7 magic. Look at him get brought low. There's the Storm Bolt. Stop. Gonna go. MTR in trouble. Mystic Flare. They pick up the kill. They get it done. They get 3 down. Now there might be a 4th. And what can Invoker do here? He does have a 4-staff. Stormhammer and 1 second. Boom. He's done. Double kill for ZYF. Well, Dunzo McDunzo for Speed Gaming. They're not out of the game yet, but that fight certainly does not help. Again, 1,500 gold going the way of LV Gaming. They just keep increasing their lead. They could go to Roche after this, but they're trying to maybe think about going for the tier 3 tower. No Exorcism,
Dire's
Invoker,
bottom tower is under
and Death
attack.
Prophet are down for 20 seconds. DDC takes an arrow to the face. However, ZYF pops the God Strength. Mask of Madness, Hyperstone, tier 3 tower melting. Maybe not fast enough, but it's still going down pretty quickly. And it will fall, and now they back away. Smart
Dire's
decision
bottom
coming out
tower
from
has
LV
fallen.
Gaming. And the problem I have with Speed Gaming is what is their late game potential? This Mirana has phase boots. Death Prophet has Yules and a drum, which is nice, but you need level 3 ultimate more so than anything. And when they get that, maybe they can fight. Nature's Prophet has Necro Book 1, so yeah, he is going to go Necro 1 instead of going for the Dagon. But they really, again, my point stands is that the late game might not be there in comparison to what ZYF can do. Unless they can kite him around effectively, but that's a problem. They do have the Shadow Demon and they have the Demonic Purge. That's one thing, at the very least. And obviously, if BKB wears off, Invoker can start doing
Dire's
some work as
middle
well.
tower is under
Elder
attack.
Titan going to be picking up the Crimson Guard. Looks like he has the Vanguard ready to go, and the Crimson Guard recipe and what have you is not too far away, I imagine. Which is just a pretty good item in this game. I think it works against... I don't think... I'm just trying to figure out... Hold that thought. 7 magic gets brought down. ZYF gets the kill.
You died well enough.
And that's a relocate gank. Being pretty effective. Sven's the line there. You died well enough. That's just like... Okay, alright, well, you don't have to be a jerk about it, man. 1,300 in net worth in the bank for the Sven.
I'm betwixt myself.
2,500 gold in the bank yet again, and a Silk Cuirass should be finished up in the near future. He's not too far off, honestly. Tier 2 tower here, and that's it. Probably. They probably get towards that Silk
Dire's
Cuirass and they
middle
get
tower is
it.
under
Warcry, Overcharge. When you get that Silk Cuirass, Sven is going to be hitting like a man. You can maybe say, hey, well, why not go for a Daedalus? That'll probably be his choice afterwards.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
They take the tier 2. 3,200 gold in the bank. And they didn't take Roshan. A Silk Cuirass is picked up, though. Warcry, they're going to go to the high ground. He has no buyback. God Strength is going to go. They're going to force the glyph out. Now he backs away. Only for a moment, though. He's trying to clear out the creep wave and does. Arrow sailing through and misses coming out from the Mirana. Creep waves up on the high ground. It's base defense time, boys. But they rotate down to the naked rack. ZYF. God's Strength going. He does have the BKB. Moonlight Shadow's going to fly. They have no vision here. They dust, but just a bit too late. BKB going. Earth Splitter as well. They will catch out 7 magic. They already killed that poor Shadow Demon. He goes down yet again. And they back away from the Exorcism. They might throw up a stomp if necessary. And the Silk Cuirass is done. But now God's Strength is on cooldown for a bit. 40 seconds, in fact. But they put some chip damage up, well, on the melee Rex. That'll regen. Arrow actually connected on demons, as the phase shifted puck did not help him there. As he's sitting on the high ground, interestingly enough. Bots for the puck to go back to the bottom lane. Hey, let me just push this out real quick, guys. Don't even worry about it. Inflame takes the Nature's Wrath to the back of the head. And maybe Roche? Guys, come on. I've been asking for Roche. It's 26 minutes and there hasn't been a Roche taken. It blows my mind. You could say it even blows your brain. That's a pun. It's a good one. Oh, God, that's so bad. I'm sorry. I apologize. That's terrible. ZYF continues to go further here, looking for the high ground. Will they find it? Back to the rotation down bottom lane. ZYF, God Strength, BKB, just so he avoids the arrow. They really want this ranged Rex or this melee Rex. They're going to find it. One set of racks down. Ancient Seal on the Death Prophet. Meanwhile, they grab a kill on the Shadow Demon again. Blink. Stormhammer coming in. The cleave damage is real. The Mystic Flare is real as well. This poor Invoker's getting brought low. He's going to get brought down as well by ZYF. Nice play coming out there. Chasing down. GG's called. LV Gaming with a dominant performance here in the second game of the night. And well, depending on how the next game goes, it might be the last one of the night. But we could see some tiebreakers. LV Gaming with a heck of a game. The Iosven pickup, so good against the Death Prophet. So good against that entire team. That poor Shadow Demon died like 30 times. Oh no, he only died 7 times. So, but still a great series, great game coming out from LV Gaming. Looking like the players that played with LGD and with CIS as well. So we'll take a quick break, guys. It's been an absolute pleasure casting for you here on Beyond the Summit. My name is Mott. Follow me at twitter.com/MottDota. I'm losing my voice. So without further ado, we're going to head over to a break.